Good evening. Good evening, all of you. I am Dr. M.K. Sumant. Faculty in the Tourism Management. Okay. Today we discuss regarding the major components and fundamentals of the tourism industry. What are the major areas in the tourism industry? What are the tourism activities? Firstly, how can we see this tourism industry? How can we see this tourism? What are the major components in the tourism activity? With whom the tourism activity is playing? For example, initially, for example, you take the travel tour, traveler, tourist. We have to know about the difference between the traveler and the tourist. Traveler, can we define who are regularly doing their travel to reach one place to another place for their household activities, for their to reach their offices, to go to the colleges, and for another activities, they are doing the travel one place to another place by road, rail, right, air, anything. If they do the travel for their personal daily routine activity, we cannot treat them as tourists. Why? Because in our tourism industry, initially the tourism industry is calling, right? A person who is staying more than one consequent year for utilizing of these rest, recreational, whatever the services are providing on the destination, that activity is calling the tourism industry. To participating in this tourism industry, what we are getting? We are getting the recreation. Leisure, in the leisure time, we are doing the recreational activities by these travel activities. For example, we plan to visit Konark temple in this summer, right? Of course, we plan to visit the Konark Surya temple. It will take, if you go by car or train, to see, to visit the destination and surrounding beaches, different areas, Chilka Lake. It will take more than, I think, below one week package. You can't you are not going to stay more than consecutive year. That activity is treating as a tourism activity. What we are doing there, the total activity is calling the tourism. Why this travel? Why this travel? You go to the ancient period. Why a man or an animal moves one place to another place? Why? What is the reason? To sustain, to protect, for the security, to get the food. To get the food, to sustain in the environment. That creature, the animal or the man, moved, started journey one place to another place on foot at first. After getting what is that what we have invented the wheel, our travel had moved geared up to reach the one place to another place very fastly. We have made language, script, sounds, culture, everything we were developed very well. So this tourism activity was geared up in the period of the world wars. The period of the world wars. Initially in the ancient period, we observed that majorly tourists are doing their travel activity to visit the pilgrimage centers. The major tourism activity in the initial days in 90s, 1940, 1950 to visit the temples, mosques, dargahs, gurudwaras. Okay, the concept nowadays it has changed drastically. Why? Because in the 1940s and 50s and 80s, man is searched for the getting the recreation, want to live a luxurious life. On that particular situation in the 1980s and 1990s, what happened? Majority of the tourism destinations were developed in the metropolitan cities. To spend their life very luxuriously. They went to the resorts, recreational centers, right? Star hotels. When it comes to the hospitality industry, hotels are played the main role. The components of the tourism industry. Initially, I have to explain you that this tourism industry, right? The sustainability of the tourism industry by linking up these modes means to reach one place to another place. What are needed? Transportation is needed. What needed is there? Transportation is needed. Why a person or a group of person or a mass tourists are thinking to visit a particular destination? By getting the information by the different sources, mouth publicity, religious ethos, everything boosted them to visit a particular destination, right? That particular destination is calling here the tourist generating area. This tourist generating area sending the tourist potentiality or the tourist to the destination. Tourist generating area means the geographical conditions. For example, you take the Hyderabad, Delhi, metropolitan cities we are living. We can't get the greenery. We cannot enjoy the natural beauty. We cannot get the natural pure air. And we cannot get the natural beauties like the beaches, greenery, Ayurvedic services, everything we cannot get in the metropolitan cities. Here, these pull and push activities are played the main role to generate the tourism activity by utilizing these transit routes. What are the transit routes are calling here? Road, rail, water, and the air transportations. Here, these three transportations are playing the main role. Initially, we observed that space travel also started. Denis Tito is the first space tourist from the Russia, but we are unable to go at present situation, right? We cannot afford that much of money. So once we stand concentrating on these transit routes, roadways, railways, waterways, and airways. For example, by railways or by road, we can go by utilizing of the public transportation, private vehicles. When it comes to the railways, only governmental railway, right, is available. And water, if you have the personal vehicles, you can go. Personal cruises, you can go, but it's not affordable to the common tourists. You take the air transportation also. It's little bit expensive, but it's very comfort to reach in a short time. But we cannot concentrate on these transit modes. Where you have to concentrate here, the tourism receiving areas, destinational areas. What are those? What are those? For example, you are a pilgrimage tourist. Temple is playing the main role, right? Muslims, Makkah, Medina, Jerusalem. It is playing the main role. For example, you are a health tourist or the medical tourist where the medical charges are very less and treatment is very effective and successful ratio. Medical tourists are observing, they take the calculation feedbacks from the already visited and utilizing the services from the medical tourism. For example, you see, you take the Hyderabad, it's playing the main role in the promotion of the medical tourism. From United States of America, United Kingdom, Dubai, you see anywhere the medical tourists are coming to the Hyderabad for their medical checkups, surgeries, organ changing, right? Replacement, everything are available in the Hyderabad at a low cost. We are very efficient medical tourism professionals in the Hyderabad. For example, you take uh, business tourist. Hyderabad is the hub, right? Medical tourist, Ayurvedic tourist, cultural tourist, adventure tourist, eco tourist, agri tourist, rural tourist. We have so many dimensions. Where not the tourism activity, you see, once you come out from your home, every activity is surrounding in the tourism only. For example, you went to a hotel to take the tea or the coffee, right? Or you went for attending a business conference, you have to stay more than 1 or 2 days. Then obviously you have to utilize the hospitality services. Hospitality services are the backbone of the tourism industry. In this hospitality service, from the hospitality service, we are showing our culture, our beauty, our originality of the Indian culture. That's why we have given the name, we have inviting the guest and the name of the Aditi Devo Bhava, right? Aditi Devo Bhava. Guests are the gods. Customer are the gods for the business people, but the guests are the gods for the hosts. We are the hosting, not only hosting the services, we are giving the, what is that importance, we are taking the important, we are giving the good publicity, and also we are showing what is the richness in our culture, not only providing the food, etc., food services, transportations, facilities, but when we are receiving the guests, means the tourists, in a pleasing manner. A tourist professional, for example, this course very useful to the hotel management, means hospitality management students. Here have to understand that this hospitality industry has with fundamental concepts. It has different fundamental concepts: communication skills, You must possess the communication skills. Customer services, effective, that communication, not only the communication, effective communication, possessing and getting the assessive communication, right? Very needed. Effective communication. For what? To give the customer service, right? Systematically, subjectively, we are speaking here. If you are effective communicated person, your services very easily understood by the guest. A guest came from different languages, different regions, different geographical, cultural conditions. He is unable to he unable to understand our local language, as well as, of course, he is speaking English, right? He cannot speak fluently like the Indians. They can mingle, they can speak with the minglingness of their, some fragrance of their own language. You have that much of capacity to understand the effective understandingness, what they are saying to you, what they are asking to you. Communication, interaction with the customer, interaction with the guest. If you didn't have this effective communication skills in language, in body language, in facial expressions, you cannot give your service, you cannot offer your service to the customer. So the major foundational pillar is the effective communication. Effective communication skills are very essential in the tourism industry, especially for the professionals who are in the hospitality industry. They are seeming very well, but unfortunately, those are not express their internal feelings. Of course, he is reacting very positively, but unfortunately, in the conversation, he is unable to frame a sentence, unable to express with the foreign language, means English or whatever it may be, Japanese, where the tourist has come to your hospitality services. It will not fruitful in the customer oriented activity. We cannot afford our service, we cannot satisfy 100% to the customer. What is the main pillar? Effective communication skill. And next one is the customer service. Where this customer service starts? Sir, I am only um, a front office manager in a hotel. How can I start? You automatically, I can start my service from the hotel. No, 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 no. Initially, you have the responsibility. Why? Where? From where? On, from the online reservation. Right? Customers are nowadays, how they are booking? Online. They are searching online. What are the facilities? What this hotel has the international standards? What are the facilities are offering by that hotel? Right? Everything they are searching in the webs. Then they are coming to reserve their tickets. They reserve their program. Initially, you have to reserve a tour plan through the online. After receiving the guest, you have to send inter-transportation facility. For example, a tourist came here by utilizing of the air transportation or another transportations, you should send the inter-transportation facility to bring those mass tourists or individual tourists to your hotel. That is a primary responsibility. After enter into your hotel, then you give a one, what is that form? To register, right? To registration, further registration. That is the reception where they are registering their entry in the reception. The registration is happening in the front office desk in the reception. We have a beautiful corridor is there, lounge is there. That area is calling here the front office management with well equipped furniture. It shows, it reveals the what is the fragrance of our culture by pictures, by the settings, by the figures, and also from the people also. People means automatically what we observe in the reception, a beautiful girl inviting you with cultural cosmetics. They are inviting you very heartfully, right? By hustle bustle journey, yeah, you are very tired, you are very uncomfortable of, no, when you are reaching the hotel. Even though by getting this much of warm welcoming by the hospitality management people, then automatically the tourist will recharge. Oh, this much of importance we are getting here. That is the flavor and that is the importance of the Indian culture. Okay, then he start to react positively to our services. That is the effective communication initially. After fill up the total registration, then his luggage will be hand out to the luggage boy. Then he check into the hotel. That is another one. In the registration form, what is the tourism or the tourism desk or the tourist desk or the travel desk is there in the we have placed a travel desk for the planning of the local sightseeing, and another packages are offering by the government or the private people, different travel agency packages, everything there is availability to register to planning a tour from the hotel. Then you have to provide a guide. Automatically we can see guide facility at the destinations. For example, that is a temple or any historical place or adventure tourism destination, whatever it may be. Obviously, nowadays, the government is providing the guide facility at the destination to encourage the local people. For example, that destination is located in the tribal area. Nowadays, the government policy was instructed to take the tribal people in the encouragement of the local tribal community to boost up them, to bring out their activities, their lifestyles, etc., etc., to get up, to come out from their natural places. Government is encouraging them by providing the job facilities as guides. From the hotel, we have a provision for mm, a tourist, a group of tourists. We have the chance to facilitate a travel agent or a travel escort. A travel agent or a travel escort. Then the tour will start. Initially, what we observe, the transportation, right? Internally in our minds, if you want to refresh, recharge your mind, this tour concept will come out in leisure, in holidays only. Mainly, those are adventure tours, cultural tours, pilgrimage tours, religious tours, adventure tours, business tours, different tours or tourisms in maximum in the weekends and the leisure period in the holidays, it will happen. Okay, what is the main concept is laid here? What is the underlying concept here? Only underlying concept is here that to recharge the body. For example, you take our gadgets, mobiles. After using 5-6 hours, it will discharge. Chargery will gone. Then automatically we put our plug into our mobile to get the recharge. This device is a machine. It will charge automatically if the power facility is available. How can a human will recharge? We cannot put our finger into the, what is that? What is that, Ray? Switchboard, right? That's why we need new, we have to see the new places, natural places to recharge our brain, our body, right? If you visit a natural, beautiful site or a destination, for example, you feel that now you are in the a beach, for example, Chandravanka beach, located nearest place of the Konark temple. A beautiful beach that is. I visited in the last year, Chandravanka. Chandravanka means a moon, cross moon, Chandravanka. A beautiful beach. If you or your family or your friends are wandering right in the beach, right in the seashore, what you feel automatically? For example, you compare the same, a group of people are working in a company with hustle bustle by doing to get the targets, to reach the targets, to do complete the project, to catch the bugs. For example, in the side of the IT professionals, he sit in front of the laptops. Simply, automatically, they are becoming like the gadgets, right? That's why nowadays, not only the nowadays, in coming days, coming years, don't feel negatively, right? It's a very serious situation. Naturality, natural destinations. For example, you take population is daily, it is increasing, but our earth, trees, greenery, naturality, gradually we are decreasing, right? We are decreasing. That's why there is a one go back to the Vedas. Go back to the Vedas. For example, a gentle, a intelligent Indian should visit a new destination or a new place, either that is the pilgrimage or any, he can stay more than 24 hours is where he is living at present, right? They visit a destination more than 24 hours by utilizing of the all facilities from visiting where the destination he is going to visit, right? Okay. At the same way, what I am going to tell you here that in commencing years, okay, between this I have to say something. I forgot something. Tourism industry, right? Another industries means producing and products, for example, soaps, toothpastes, or any goods. Those are calling the industries. Then why we are calling the tourism? Where in the tourism industry, what we are producing here? Is it touchable things we are producing here? Tangible, intangible. We have differentiation here. We are not providing. We are not any. We are not giving any product, right? Here only we are protecting here in the tourism industry the services. What we are, what we are providing here, what we are protecting here, the services only. It is the service industry. By the experience, we are giving the services. On that way, for example, you see a kid surrounding area of the particular destination. Very, for example, you take the Taj Mahal or Red Fort, local people, for example, to see their native one, even though that kid, that girl speak German, France, very fluently, very fluently. This is happening. What happening? This is happening nowadays. Transmission. Everybody is thinking to live nowadays in the greenery. In the greenery. Okay. That's why it is, I think it is the initial class. That's why I want to tell you what are the basic components of the tourism industry, what are the fundamentals in the tourism industry, right? For example, if you want to develop a tourism destination, that should require, you have to identify that that one comes into the tourism product. We have so many tourism products are there. Mm, Mountains, valleys, rivers, deserts, everything will comes into the tourism products. Then what we have to do here, we have to give the good and mark advertisements. You have to advertise that destination. At present, artificial recreational centers are playing the main role due to the reason of accessibility facilities. We are unable to reach the destination within 1 or 2 hours. That's why majority of the people who are living in the metropolitan cities, those are only showing the interest to visit these recreational centers, snow worlds. For example, you want to get the snow, natural snow, where the natural snow available in Kashmir only. You have to go to Srinagar or the Kashmir, but it will take some time, right? This artificiality is capturing the naturality nowadays. Gradually, what it happens by getting the knowledge, huge knowledge, right, by the people in their minds, they automatically will give the importance of the originality. In the tourism industry, we have the originality. Why? Because we depended on the natural resources. We depended on the natural resources. We can use these natural resources in a sustainable way. Of course, you are you are constructing a one hotel, or you are constructing a roadway to one destination to another destination, or establishing any amusement parks or any itineraries, or you are establishing there. Even though if you do anything, that must be in the sustainable mode. Sustainable mode means we have to utilize by our upcoming generation also. Upcoming generation also. For example, you take the Sammakka Saralamma Jatra. I think you are all heard about the Sammakka Saralamma Jatra, a tribal fair in the Warangal district. Right? It is located at the Medaram. You see, before 10 years, the Jatra with the full of greenery, surroundings are very greenery. There is a problem happened on those days by the natural creatures, natural animals, wild animals. At present, there is no greenery, no wild animals. What happens it is, we have to maintain the sustainability, to maintain the originality, importance. Okay, that's why, my dear students, tourism industry have a huge job opportunities. Not only by getting of these products, information, what are the sources, what are our subjects, marketing, product, guide facilities, different principles of the tourism industry, everything. But at final, in the present class, what I am saying that minimum basic communication skills are very must required in our tourism industry. Endless industry, tourism industry is the endless industry, not like that coal industry, petroleum industry, IT industry, information. You see, there is a one mark, end mark for another industries, but no ending for the tourism industry. It will rise day by day, rapidly. Finally, tourism industry plays the main role. Tourism professionals will dominate the role, will dominate the industry, will dominate the world. Of course, you are working in the hotel or a destination or a natural area, whatever it may be. That's why, dear students, my dear students, you get the related information. For example, if you want to shine in your area, in hotel or casinos, cruises, or adventure tourism destinations where you are working related to the tourism industry, you must develop your communication skill. Must develop your communication skills. One national language and one international language should learn. And also, you should learn the minimum computer knowledge. What is that? Minimum. For example, you take in the tourism industry, MICE management. I think you heard regarding the MICE management, meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions. Right? These are all conducting the meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions. To whom? To the different companies, medical chains, different business chains, schools, colleges, to conducting the conferences, exhibitions. It is playing the main role. To prepare the itineraries in the, what is that, this MICE management, you have to type the program chart, minimum in MS Excel, or send a draft through the email. You have to know how to type a word. Minimum skills you should require. Sir, I have a good communication skill. I can speak English very fluently. That is not enough. You should type. Nowadays, we are unable to write. We are not sending any pata. What is that? Letters. Simply, we are sending the emails. These typing skills must required for the tourism industry professionals. In the hospitality area means who are working in the hotels. Of course, not only the service providers like chefs, waiters. It's a old phenomenon. It's a old phenomenon. Nowadays, these are playing the main role. Not only in the side of the waiters, chefs, captains, what we are calling here in our industry. These are all working with the cooperation of, right, by preparation of the chart by the, right, desk managers, front office desk managers, okay, floor managers, interaction. They should maintain the coordination among them, right? For example, you see that in olden days we have touring talkieses. If you have in your town two touring talkieses, playing by the roles, shifting one role to another theater, right? That is a old information communication skill. Right? Don't act like that. Don't act like that. You must give your service very rapidly, very rapidly. Okay, my dear students, you are all, I think you understood what are the basic concept of the tourism industry, what are required, what are the requirements to act as a tourist professional in the tourism industry, what are the basic components, what are the products, what are the foundations of the tourism industry, how can we start a tour activity by push and pull elements. These are widely today just I have given a brief introduction regarding the tourism industry, right? Um, like what we are saying in our movies, cut, copy, paste, like that. I didn't concentrated in a particular issue. From tomorrow onwards, I will take a particular area and I will give a brief information, brief uh, totality, what the depth of that title, that subject will, I will continue from your I will explain you from the tomorrow. I think you are all watching this class, and also it is very fruitful to you, right? It will very useful to you in your daily routine job nature, job works. Please concentrate and develop your skills day by day. Thank you all. Thank you very much, and all the best.